This is Thaddeus coming at you live Sunday night. I hope you guys are having a great night. Hope you had a great week, a great Sunday. I had a pretty good Sunday, pretty laid back week. I didn't get to stream on Friday. No, Wednesday. No, Saturday. I didn't stream on Saturday. I had some stuff I needed to do. I ended up spending like a whole afternoon building a trampoline from scratch. Just kidding. It wasn't from scratch. It was from a kit. But I gotta show you. I did really well, but it just wasn't enough. In round 2, let me show you this. I was pleased with myself, but I just underperformed. I got 2012. I did all right, but there were a couple of times that I tried but just came up short. But 2012 is not a bad score. My opponent just outplayed me, got more banners than I did. So I gotta say, I'm interested to see if I can pull off quite possibly one of the biggest upsets of my YouTubing career, my streaming career. You guys ready to see this? 2046. That's boss level, guys. That's gonna be a tough one. Also, I'm going in blind. Let's see if my skill and my knowledge can get me there. My opponent did have one team that they lost to twice. Or they lost once too. So I have essentially, if I can do a full clear without losing, then I think I can pull it off. But otherwise, it is what it is. I'll do my best. If I win, excellent. I'll feel really proud of myself. If I lose, meh. I'll have had fun in the process. But this is what he's going up against, what I'm going up against right off the bat. We have pretty solid Admiral Akbar team. Just kidding. We have a pretty solid Qui-Gon team. Rusty Jason, how are you, sir? Akbar, defeatable, right? Grievous, Mothma. We've got a Kylo team up top. Then Rusty Jason, how are you? Did you ever find a guild? My boy Rusty Jason over on Twitch is looking for, or was looking for, a guild. It's got an awesome collection. Newt Gunray is right up there. We've got a Maul team. This is a very solid one. We've got a Leia team, Rebel Leia officer. We've got Shakti, and then we've got Count Dooku. So, really the ultimate goal is to do the best with what we have to do with. Back at ANGZ. Bad Batch. All right. Well, good luck, man. Let's see. I'm looking at the Newt team. I'm looking at the Count Dooku team. Dooku looks to be doable. It's Relic 6. I don't know. So I'll go Jedi Knight Revan, Yoda, and Jolee versus General Grievous. Okay. Let's go ahead and do that one real quick. Let's just get it out of the way. Out of the way. Grievous. Alright. I always like to go down here for the... Wait, no? Rusty, you say no? Go bottom first. Yeah, that was the top that we're looking at the first. So we got Shakti. I think let's do this. Let's go Count Dooku. Oh no. It was the bottom wall. Let's start with Dooku. And it looks like I want to go Sith Empire. This is what I'm thinking. Now, Marauder looks like he's probably the better of the two, but I don't have my remnants, my Imperial remnants. Let's see. I mean, not great because of this guy. And Gideon's on defense. So I'm going to try this out. My only concern... Now, Gideon's solid. Yeah. Gideon's solid. My Death Trooper, my Dark Trooper solid. It's just my... Yeah, I know. It's a concern for sure. Because it's... But I'd rather... I don't know. So here's the thing. Let me show you... Let me back out real quick and let you give you a second to type. But let me show you and anyone who stumbles upon this what I'm going up against. All right, so rank 1, which I'm... So I haven't done anything yet. I haven't started. This is right off the bat. He's got a Supreme Leader Kylo bottom right, or top, but the bottom row, right? And then he's got these 3 left. Now... He did also put his Qui-Gon up top, or at the bottom, so in front of the back wall. So he has a Mara Jade. Oh, that's pretty, pretty freaking scary, is what that is. So this is. Oh, he's got Iden Versio. Oh man, solid choices. So let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and try the Sith Empire team against Dooku. See where this goes. I'm clicking. I'm going in. Let's see if we avoid our first loss. Ooh. It's a challenge. All right. Just throw that down. Boo! I like that. I like where that's going. I like where that guy's mind is at. All right, let's see if I can kill him quick, right? What does it say? Right quick and in a hurry. Boom! Love that. I do. I need to work on a lot of... So I've been spending some time. So here's the thing. Depending on what they do with this next little bit, I think it could very well change. Ooh, 64. That's a good one. It could very well change what my focus. And I'll talk about at the end of the stream, but like, I've spent a lot of time getting like Rey up, and I am going after Fallen Republic, Starkiller. I'm going after Starkiller. But like, those are great characters in and of themselves that I will be playing. Like, I'm gonna be going for them anyways, you know. And so what I'm thinking, been spending time. No, and I've actually been really good. The fact that I've been, like, let's do. See, I don't know. I'm thinking Republic, but not Republic. First Order. I need to get my mods up, right? I really do. But like I've been doing fairly well with my GAC, and those crystals have been a huge bonus. Like I think every win in GAC if you're in my bracket, equates to like $8, I think, like that, as far as like crystal value. You get like 750 crystals, and what is it, 1900 crystals is $20. So something to that effect, you know. Wampa versus the Rolo. Oh, bust this. Bust this. Why am I doing that? I do love my Wampa. And he is now... What? I got to play with him last time. It was the first time I actually brought Wampa in. Because I think I forgot about him on the first round. But like... Oh, yeah, I was going to say, that's super overkill. But it's still fun. Oh, I love the Wampa. He's dope. Yeah, that was ridiculous amounts of overkill. Definitely should have thought that one through first. But I just like playing with the Wampa. He's so much fun. Like, he is such a badass. I love him. Oh no, I have the Omni now, and he's Relic 5. I did just upgrade Admiral Piet to Relic. I'm gonna go ahead and do this, and I'm gonna use Scion. No, I'm gonna use Metal Mouth. I'm gonna use Jaws. Darth Malik. I'm going in, Rusty. This might be too bad. No, I've upgraded quite a bit since then, and again, it's been because I've been doing quite a bit with my wins. You know, like the wins for these teams are pretty freaking dope. You know, like it's awesome. Like it makes me want to care about winning, but like by default I don't. Yeah, Triumvirate probably would have been better in hindsight. But you know, hindsight's 20/20, and I'm blind as a bat. Let's see what we can do here. Ah, you butt nugget. But no, I'm excited to I'm curious. We haven't seen anything from the devs in over 2 weeks now. Everything that we've seen has been simple and not a lot to it. But I'm really hoping this is the week that they're like, oh, by the way, here's some other stuff. Yeah, Sith Triumvirate would have been way better. Especially, yeah. But like, we have in the, what do they call that? In the data leaks, the data mine. They went out and they said that there's 4 ships coming to the game. With, you know, Shorty or Sorty, however they're gonna. I think Shorty sounds better. If they're not calling her Shorty, they need to. My goodness, this was a waste. Let's do this. Tenacity down, because I was bothered. But like, are we finally going to get the Ravager? Right? I mean, it's about time that we get that out. I don't know. This does look bad, and it probably will be bad, is my thought. To quote a very prominent doctor from a very upstanding show, Dr. Zoidberg, you play bad and you should feel bad, and that's to me, obviously. Zoidberg's kind of my spirit animal. But we'll see. I don't know. We've still got 2 minutes. You never know. This is... I'm going to put it on auto because that'll go faster. I don't know. Like, it's been a long time. We haven't seen hardly anything. 5 ships coming to the game. All of that stuff that came out at the beginning of the year has come to fruition with the exception of the Ravager. Ron Swanson should be every man's spirit animal. Like, he's just the best. He's how I feel about steak. I don't know. I don't know what I meant by that, but I feel like it's true, nevertheless. Yes. You know what I'm going to do, guys? I'm going to back out if I get another chance. Take it off auto. And it's disheartening. Bring me all the bacon and eggs you have. Right? Oh, this sucks to do that. But let's bring in those Sith. So I think without some serious scourge, I think I'm going to lose this round. And, I should have waited. At that point, you never know. Anything could have happened. But, yeah. But this is the team that I should have gone with the first time. This is what sucks about being competitive. It's like, I should have waited for instructions. Oh yeah, I should have done that too. Being competitive, you make one little slip and it's like, ugh. And that's probably why people get so pissed off about the game. Like, if you don't care, it's kind of nice, Like, oh, I lost, whatever. But I get to talk Star Wars now. So I'm curious, without giving away any spoilers, Episode 3, Kenobi. Now, I've got to ask, as far as the storyline goes, not asking for spoilers, not asking for, deep insight, but, there's a lot of people that were upset with Episode 3. I'm curious, what do you guys think? On a scale from 1 to 5, what did you think about Episode 3? Episode 3 currently is the lowest rated episode or Star Wars property that it's come out since Episode 9. Now, I gotta say, Episode 3 is nowhere near as bad as Episode 9. Episode 9 is hot garbage. It's not even good garbage. It's hot garbage. But for me, and again, I'm not trying to I look at the ratings and I'm like, how do people score this? How do they score episode, how do they score it so bad? Well, I'm gonna look up Rotten Tomatoes real quick. There's it's such a weird phenomena to see it tank so hard. Sephiroth, what's up? I'm just asking for a quick rate of Episode 3. Oh no. Yeah, the Cray KKK is yeah, she's got her hands in all the pies, in all the orifices. Let's see, hold on. Kenobi! Sorry, I had to give that up. So right now, overall score for the audience is 87, or average for the overall is an 87. The audience score is 60. Yeah, so far in my mind, I think it's way better than Boba Fett. Like, way better than Boba Fett. Now, what was it? By episode? I want to say, hold on, let me see a few details. 1, 2, 3, here we are. Do-do-do. Oh, so maybe I was wrong. I must have been looking at something else. Episode 3 has a 3.2, has an 82%, which I feel is better. You know, that makes sense. I mean, I can see an 80. Like, here's the thing: it's not perfect. You know, it's really not. And to be completely honest, a lot of the cartoons were, and it's frustrating that no one gives the cartoons this much credit. But like, the cartoons were dope. The cartoon, like Rebels and Clone Wars, so much better than what we're seeing here. But episode 3 alone, I gotta say that was Boss DJ. I don't know why I've been saying that lately, but I've been calling everything a Boss DJ. That was dope to the max. It was just so freaking good to me. That's my response to it. It's so good, you know. And I guess because the Book of Boba Fett didn't like set up any happiness, you know, in the way. So I could see part of me seeing, let me phrase it, I can see how people say that they're undoing part of the original trilogy. I 100% understand that. I disagree. I think they're potentially adding nuance. Right? Now, here's on a canon level, here's a question, right? We know that Palpatine embodies the rule of 2, right? He, like, we knew that we know that that's what his goal is to run the galaxy, have a not a Padawan, but a trainer, an apprentice. He knew that Vader would try and kill him. In fact, if I'm not mistaken, in some of the in adding certain points of view. Yes, that they're definitely doing that. Other points of view, which, to be honest, I don't necessarily mind, depending on how they do it. Let me hold on. I'm looking up at Vader. Who is a good? It looks like, you know what? I'm gonna go in with a straight Supreme Leader Kylo Ren. No, but like here's the thing though, and this is my point. When Vader he approaches Kenobi, old Ben in the original trilogy, he says, I was save slacker, ja. Yeah, and that is a decent score against me, Grundy. Like, it's a challenge. I should have saved him. You're right. But so here's the thing though. Was Vader going to be making his move against Palpatine before or like in episode 3? I'm about to lose. Holy crap balls. Right? Like, so like if Vader had gained the level of master, or if like he was about to say, "Oh, you know what? I've spent all of this time, you know, when you saw me last, I was, you know, under Palpatine's thumb. Now, not so much. Hey man, I got this. 58. I mean, it's not a pretty win. It wasn't that 64 that I started off with. But let's go take a look at his backside. Let's see. Come on, put all of the crappy ones. Nope, he's got Iden Versio up there. Ooh, he's got Shorty. I've never gone up against a Shorty. I'm actually really excited about this. I'm also very happy that his first order TIE pilot doesn't have that guy. Oh! Now, you ask, what about Qui-Gon? Well, let me show you, my friend. I still have two Galactic Legends. 3 Galactic Legends. So let's go ahead and take out the back row. Nest the First Order, because they are an infestation. I'm gonna go nest on this one. So, but no, like if Vader, he said, you know, the last time we met, I was the learner, now I'm the master. What if Vader wasn't talking about, like, you know, I was just an apprentice? Now he's like, look, I am ready to take on my master. I am ready to become the Emperor, right? Like, I think that it adds nuance, right? Like, I think that could have been where he was going. And, like, I'm probably about 6 months, maybe even a year out of date. So there's a lot that has happened in comics that I'm not sure about. I just don't know, right? And I won't say that I do, because I'm not there. I'm going to spend the summer spending a lot of time trying to catch up. Yeah, I think Kenobi will have to beat him in one form or the other. Ooh, this was probably not the best team to use this against. But, like, I have this, I'm going to lose. Balls! Right? But, like, I still think that there's going to be... All right, now that I'm in the trenches and I'm probably not going to win, this is what's happening. I'm going New Teeny. No, dude, you're good. Let's see. Jordan draw critical chance. Let's do Dotchka first. And then Chief Nesbit. But again, my point is, I think it's just adding, yeah, Dotchka. I think it's just adding nuance. That's really all I think it comes down to. I can't wait for Tuesday, guys. Like, legit, oh my gosh, 16? That's redonkulous. Like, I can't wait for Tuesday to, you know, oh, how? Oh, this did not work. Oh no. This was a bad call. Oh man. That's right, she does revive after the first kill. It's been a while, right? Because this is, you guys know me, when I start to lose, I just throw everything. I throw whatever I think will work. Let's go Phasma. Like, I've really enjoyed the Kenobi series so far. Like, hardcore enjoyed it. This has been... Have they officially so here's the thing. Let me tell, like, I haven't heard that they've come out and confirmed it. But again, I've taken a step back. Let's go Sortie. Shouty. So what I was told is that at the celebration, when they were telling, you know, the peeps that were going to be, you know, watching it, they were like, hey, you know, we'd love to show you, you know, episodes 3, 4, 5, and 6 and then episode 7, and like the crowd went wild, right? Because they knew that episodes 3, 4, and 5 and 6 were like the last episodes of the season, and it's supposed to be this one-off show. But what they hinted at is, and it sounds like if Paul, if you're over on YouTube, if you're right, they're hinting that there's going to be a second season. Now it'll really depend what happens in the rest of the first season. Now, I don't think we're going to be getting any crazy Book of Boba style flashbacks, so that'll be nice. I don't think we're going to be seeing any of those, but like it'll be really interesting to I'm gonna do this to see where it goes. It feels, and you guys can probably correct me if I'm wrong. You're going to, because you guys rock like that. It feels like this is very much a continuum, right? It's not a one-off style story. This is one story arc, right? And again, we're probably not going to get a Mandalorian introduction here that's like a 2-episode story arc, because they don't know where to put it. And we're probably not going to see characters like the sisters Martez or like unto them pop up. It feels very much like a full storyline, and I'm excited about that. Yeah, I mean, there are some holes for sure. It's not perfect. Like Xavier Garcia. Hey, good night, man. Have a good one. Like, it's not perfect. The whole and so I feel on a side note, I feel like we can talk about episodes 1 and 2 at this point. So at this point, we're like 30 minutes in the stream. And episodes 1 and 2 have been out for almost 3 weeks now. So if you haven't seen it at this point, that's on you. But we can talk episodes 1 and 2. And so, like, we still don't know what is up Reva's butt, what's got her so pissed off at the world, right? Because she's super angry at everyone, right? And there's the loophole of the Inquisitor dying, which they do that, but like also super frustrating. Not sure where that's gonna go, and so I don't know about that. But like there's a lot of stuff that they could be doing, and like the thing about it is it's not even majorly differently. It just needs to be a little bit slightly different. Darchillas, what's up, my friend? Now, Darchillas, as you have shown up midstream, I've got to tell you, we are talking Kenobi, and we're letting it all hang out for only episodes 1 and 2. So if you haven't seen those, just as a heads up, I got to let you know that. I'm not going to, I don't want to like be that guy, but episodes 1 and 2. She's got to be part of one of the kids in the temple, right? She's got to be, right? And maybe, I don't know. Maybe Yoda and Kenobi show up and they leave her behind or something. I don't know what to do with this. Like it's such a weird thing, but like, why would she be so pissed? And then if she was left behind, why is everyone referring to her as like, you're the least of us, you're the last one that matters, no one cares about you, Reva, because no one loves you, Reva. Like, who hurt you, Reva? And why was it Kenobi? And why are you so mad at him? No, so I do want to say there will be a cameo. For those of you who have seen season 3 or episode 3, you know who I think it's going to be. I don't say it. Don't say it if you know, because I don't want to get that out there. But I now that I've seen it, now that that character's name has been mentioned, I am absolutely think that's gonna that person is coming. Oh, the least well written. I think she is. I don't know. Like, I really just. I want to like Reva. I do, like, as a character, but I don't. And like, it's frustrating because I don't know why she's so angry, and that's not explained. And we're 3 episodes in. I'm not entirely sure we're going to get the answer in the next round. Yeah, she's dark side, and that's the thing. She's not like it's not the someone said this to me the other day. Was if you no, it was my little brother actually. Now that I'm thinking about it, the what do you call it? In the old like Palpatine and Vader, who embody the dark side, just this bad A level of bad A-ness, right? Then you have I thought she just literally killed Luke. I was about to cry a little bit there. Then you have Luke or the not Luke. Oh my gosh. Then you have the prequels. And in the prequels it's like sand and sadness, and I can kind of see why people were a little frustrated, but whatever, right? So then you have the sequel series, the sequel trilogy. And in the sequel trilogy, it's like, oh, I'm super emo and emotional and I'm an angry teenager. Oh, balls. And I'm just going to back out of this one because I've lost it. But it feels like temper tantrum. And I think with Reva, it feels like a temper tantrum. Like I'm not sure. I want to like her. I want to say, man, she's got a cool backstory. But like, I'm looking at it. I'm like, I'm not seeing anything. There is no backstory to speak of. And it's like, give me something, like the other Inquisitors, I kind of feel are a little more menacing. Yeah, right? The fifth brother, like after the talk with Vader, like he pulls her eye, like he slams her. She does nothing, right? Like it's just, yeah, sand. It's everywhere. Ever just mad about sand? Yeah, like there's something going on that I'm just like, what is? I'm gonna jump up top, by the way. Like what is it, and why is it frustrating? Right now, episode 4, I'm very excited for. I'm curious to know where they're gonna go with it. No, I'm not. I don't care where they go with it. At this point, like, I'm stoked. I'm just happy to see it, to be completely honest. Like, I'm just excited, right? Like, I'm stoked. I'm very happy about it. And like, the thing is, I have liked it. Like, outside of the cartoon writing, Clone Wars season 7, I loved with the I didn't dislike, and that's the other thing too. I didn't dislike Clone Wars with the sisters Martez. I viewed that as kind of a necessary character, necessary for Ahsoka's character development. and it kind of ties into a few other things. So it's like, all right, fine, whatever. But like with the Bad Batch, I'm like, yeah, I've got no problems with this. I've got zero beef with the Bad Batch. Great writing. The comics, again, and I'm behind, but the comics have been really well done. And so like I'm just at a point where it's like Mando was great. Loved Mando. Thought Mando was dope. Season 1, awesome. Season 2, solid, right? Solid, and then like awesome at the same time. Haven't seen season 3, but then the Book of Boba Fett was like such a letdown. Like I've liked it. Like I liked the story. I like where they went with it. I'm frustrated at how it was done. It was so all over the place. And this is just like a fresh, I don't know. It's just a solid approach to storytelling, right? It's one continual story. It's really neat. I'm excited for these other series coming out. I'm really curious as to know more about Taika Waititi's movie that was pushed up like 2 years. You know, that's news, right? I mean, that was like shocking. I'm like, wow, 2 years? Really? So you did like the Book of Boba more than Kenobi? So like, there were aspects about the Book of Boba Fett that I loved, right? The whole like, I don't know, like the first 3 episodes were dope to me. I was like, this is awesome. Let's see. Like I was really excited for Black Chrysanthemum. When he came in, I lost my mind. That's not the word I want to use, but man, does it, I mean, it's a solid enough. Like I lost my stuff. Like it was awesome. It was awesome. But like the Mando 2.5 that was right there in the middle of that, it was weird to me. You know, why was that there? It didn't make any sense. And so like I was bothered by that. I mean, but like I liked him. I liked those episodes. That's the thing that's important. I lost my Sith. There you go. There you go. Perfect. I lost my Sith. Which is, if you don't know what you losing your Sith is, it's a pile of crimson poop that glows, and if you touch it, it will cut you in half, right? I believe it's from Sith monkeys, right? They imbued with the dark side throw feces, right? Anyways, like it was great. Like, and that's the thing. Like, I think a lot of people have misconstrued me when I say this, and I have to be very careful for them not to take my words out of context. Because again, Book of Boba Fett was fun. It was enjoyable. But that middle story with Mando didn't make any sense. I mean, it didn't make sense that it was there in the Book of Boba Fett. What it should have done, it should have had more interweaving. It should have had more episodes, is what it should have done. Because otherwise it's just all over the place, and it is all over the place. It's sad. Yeah, and I think that's part of, I don't want to get into conspiracy, but I do. If I put on my conspiracy hat, and if I say that I am believing of this whole KK's trying to ruin everything, this is the type of thing that I think she would do. She makes executive decisions, you know, that don't benefit the overall storyline because she wants a profit, and and she throws Filoni and Favreau under the bus. Now, what's hilarious about that is, like, it was my understanding that Deborah Chow wasn't brought on by Kathleen Kennedy. Like, she was suggested by Dave or John. Like, that's my understanding of. I might be wrong, and Kathleen Kennedy could have made one of the best decisions. But again, KK is still at the heart of this, and you know, and it's like, all right, why do that? Why jeopardize that? I don't think, for me, as I'm watching as I'm watching Kenobi, I don't view this as like Star Wars hates its fans. Not with this. I really don't. Yeah, like I really think she just needs to step away. Yeah, I think I could see that. KK made him stay with Mando. And I've said this before. I love the Mando, and I love that dynamic. Mando with Baby Yoda. It's pretty awesome to me. I'm a huge fan. But I personally just don't want to have to relive another. Well, how do I want to say this? Friday the 13th, right? So the concept of Friday the 13th is like, and again, this is conspiracy and rumor. It might be history. I don't know at this point. It's all mixed up for me. But Friday the 13th is when the Catholic Church had the what do you call them? The Knights Templar murdered, like, all on the same day. That's what I view happened when Disney took over old canon, or when they took over Star Wars. They killed everything. They were just like, nope, done, nope, right? Like, that's how I view it, and I don't want to relive that. I don't know why I didn't just say Order 66. Right? Like, I don't know. That was the obvious point, Order 66, but I went somewhere else with it. But, like, I don't want to relive that. You know, I don't want to have to go through another. Oh yeah, we're doing a spinoff, and this takes place in this not generation, but this takes place in this timeline, and this takes place in this timeline, and you know, just, it opens the door for so much, I feel like, garbage to come in, and I just don't. Order 66. KK's doing the Order 66ing. Okay, yeah, that kind of went off a little dirty, I think, but, like, she's the one, like, making those choices, man. Like, so I don't know. Like, I don't want to relive or have to relearn a bunch of old facts, right? It's like what Bender says in one of those made for TV movies. You know, did you kill a king? I don't want to have to relearn a bunch of old presidents. You know, I don't want to have to relearn the names of all these new Jedi. You know, I probably should be killing the wrong other guys, dude. But no, she does need to go. That's the short answer of it. And it's sad that we're at that point, but, like, I do think that she's bringing down. I think she's bringing down Star Wars. Now, whether she's doing it to, I don't know, to make herself feel better, I would hope not, because what kind of, I don't know, egotistical person does that? I mean, I think what kind of person gets into show business, but, oh, I'm dead. Balls! But then again, what kind of egotist goes on YouTube at 10:15 on a Sunday night and be like, hey, someone else's work. There's egos driven and everything. So let's see. Who am I going after? Mothma? It is time for her to step down, though. And that's... Oh, man. Like, that's just where I'm at, man. Like, she needs to go. She does. Like, she's had her time in the sun. Like, she's finished a whole trilogy, right? It wasn't a great trilogy. It started off with wonderful potential. I say as I'm playing, like, and I'll say this. I will say this. Like, Star Wars Resistance, the TV show, could have been much better. I blame Kathleen Kennedy entirely for that. It didn't start off any worse than the Clone Wars TV show or Star Wars Rebels, right? Like, Clone Wars, it had its... People were mad. People were angry, right? Rebels, absolutely people were angry, right? People were very angry about that one. Like, episode 7, like, if you go back and, like, watch it, like, it's not bad. Like, the biggest frustration for me with episode 7 was the death of Han Solo, right? Now, having said that, Harrison Ford has always hated Star Wars, or the fame that Star Wars has brought, because I think it overshadowed everything else in his, like, illustrious career. Like, Harrison Ford's a great actor, you know? And so, like, I think, plus he's not a sci-fi guy either, you know? So it's, you know, no, and that's the point. That's the point. Like, 7 wasn't bad. It wasn't amazing at all. It was acceptable, right? It would have been a solidly acceptable film had you know, had episode 8 been better. No, it had its problems. Don't get me wrong. Episode 7 had its problems. And really the most important takeaway from episode 7 was don't piss off the janitor at your place of work. That's really what it comes down to. The janitor, he's people too, right? So but it just kept getting worse, right? Episode 8, you're like, okay. If you took out this big chunk of movie, then, you know, it's not terrible. It's weird. It's off. But is it terrible? And that's the response. When you're like, and that's like the most you can get from people, it tells you something about, like, the quality of the movie that you just made. Right? So, I don't know. Like, it does feel like they've tried. Yeah, and then they tried to right the ship, and then they're just like, F it with episode 9. Episode 9, they're like, we don't care. We're just going to make a Star Wars. Like, that's what it came down to, right? All right, Aiden, who am I going to kill you with? Oh, I still have this butthole. Let's see. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, here, so Dark Jill is over on YouTube, points this out. He's like, how do you set up a trilogy with 3 different directors and no vision? There's no continuity. There's nothing, right? It was a failure from the get-go. And it's sad. Grundy says, and when Han walked out there to his son, the theater is quiet, and I said, it's a trap. Because you knew it was going to happen. Yeah, like the moment he walked out, like you knew it was going to happen. Wife got mad at me. Son got so embarrassed. People said, thanks for ruining it. Like, but like, that's the thing, is it was so telegraphed, right? Like it was so obvious. And that's just disappointing. You know? Like I read a book just recently, just finished a book. And the whole series kind of sets up, it's the first book of what will be a series. And it kind of sets up that, like, you know who the bad guy is. Right? It's not a major thing. Because it's still kind of like a will they, won't they. Like the whole time. And so, like, you know, you're going through, you're like, is it really this person? Is it really that person? And then, like, things happen and you're like, oh, well, yeah. And so, like, at the end of the book, you're like, oh, okay. So it really was this person, or it really was that person. Okay. I guess, you know, whatever. But like, the thing about it is, it, knowing that was the bad guy, again, just within this book, knowing that he or she was the bad guy, and I just don't want to give it away. I'm going to mention the book. Doesn't ruin the book, right? At all. In fact, it adds a little more, you know, okay, so now what's going to happen to, you know, in book 2, right? Now what's going to happen in this next book. And so I think that's kind of cool. But let's do this real quick. I got to kill that fool, or else this is going to take forever. No. Stay alive. Yeah, the overall score for Kenobi right now on Rotten Tomatoes is 60. That's, like, terrible. Like, that, it shouldn't be that bad. Like, at all. Oh, freaking Rex, you little turd. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just like frustrated by, like, the place Star Wars is in right now. And, like, I'm not, to me, with Kenobi, oh my gosh, the Leia chase. Oh, the fact that Leia chase. That doesn't bother me as much. I chase kids from time to time. I mean, my own kids, not like a random people's kids. That's weird. It's better than a 60 though. That's the thing. I'm looking at the audience scores. I'm like, average Rotten Tomatoes, like, overall is 87. Audience scores is a 60. You know, that's better than that. It is, in my mind. I really do believe that it is. I mean, is it a 90? Maybe not, right? Depending on where it goes. I do think that it's progressively gotten better. That's the important thing. I think it's... I'm going to go bounty hunters with these guys. I have, like, so many great characters left that I just haven't used. But yeah, like, in episode 7 and 8, like, Snoke, right? So here's, I don't know, like, after this, you guys need to, if you haven't seen it yet, go to YouTube, wherever you are, go to YouTube and watch the Robot Chicken version of Snoke telling Rey that he's her grandfather, right? And it's like, it's hilarious. So it's essentially, it's voiced by the guy that does Quagmire, and I don't know who else. And it's hilarious. Yeah. So yeah, Snoke was a freaking clone. That's it. Like that's all it is. Palpatine was Snoke. He was puppet master, and like that is the lamest. It's just bad. Like it's like, look at all these characters I still have. I should have done differently. Like it's terrible, right? But anyways, Rey's like, who are you? Who are you? I've whatever. I'm gonna not do it justice. Everything I say is gonna be garbage in comparison to that. Go and watch it. It's so funny. Because it is. Oh, Robot Chicken, Seth Green, Seth MacFarlane, you guys are wonderful. All right, so short answer, I'm probably gonna lose unless I can pull 546. My math sucks today. 524 off of these, which I don't think I can. Anyways, let's see here real quick. Shift GAC counters. We've got Thrawn. That's so I gotta say, one of my biggest concerns is for Thrawn. Yeah, 5. So to get to, I know. Like, so if I get 524, I'll have 2,046, which means I'll tie. So 40. Oh yeah, I can't math even small numbers. I would have to get 526. I blame it on being late, but I mean I can't math anyways. So we're going up to the Finalizer, the Chimera, and the Home One. All right, let's see. Chimera, Home One. Where are you? Finalizer. There we are. Now, let me throw some conspiracy at you. Hold on, Geralt. Queen's Hope. I'll be honest, not my favorite of even these Queen's books. It's not bad. There is a moment where we have, I can't even remember, but there's a moment where we have Obi-Wan. No, it's not Queen's Hope. It's Brotherhood. Boom. And this one is actually worth it. Oh no, spelling and grammar are important, but I that's why we have spell check. I suck at spelling and grammar. Although I do now know how to use commas correctly. Most of the time. Let's see, Chimera. Who's the Chimera? Home One. Oh, let's do Home One first, and I'll do Finalizer. So in this book, we have some discussion of Obi-Wan. He's thinking to himself, and who's he thinking about? Satine. Okay? A lot about Satine. Like, quite a bit, in fact. Like, it's to a point where, like, all right, man, we get it. Right? We get it. You and Satine had a thing, and now it's over. Okay? So, in episode 2, right? I don't know if you guys caught it, when he's, right before Leia's like, Are you my dad? Wait, maybe that was episode 3. If it was, I apologize. But there's one of them, one of these moments. Leia's like, Are you my dad? And he's like, No, but you remind me of someone I knew. And the someone he knew, it's not Padme. He's not talking like, hey, you remind me of your mom, right? Because he says, like, I knew your mom, right? Or at least I think he says it. I can't remember. My brain shut off a while ago. But the idea is, like, when he says, you remind me of someone I knew, he's talking about Satine. He's not talking about Padme, right? He's talking about the Duchess, right? So maybe there was something that took place. Maybe Satine, you know, was more than just Obi-Wan's, you know, booty call when he was a Padawan, right? And I know that's, you know, that's terrible to say that because she's a Duchess, but, you know, they were kids, right? Anyways, the point being, maybe Palpatine is lying. And Rey isn't a Skywalker. Rey is a Kenobi. Now, could Rey be a Skywalker in the Chiss sense? Yeah, in all fairness, Rey is a Skywalker in the Chiss sense. Because for Chiss, anyone who has second sight is a Skywalker, right? It's just it's the term they use. I mean, it's their term translated into basic, right? It's not like, oh, they're Skywalkers. It's like not like you're speaking Chiun. It's like Chiun, 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 Skywalker, Chiun, 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 right? I don't know, like, that's the thing. I don't know if Luke did confirm she's a Palpatine. Luke confirmed something. I'd have to go back and rewatch it. And as much as I care about, like, Chiss and, like, the Chiss world and, like, what the rest of the trilogy looks like, I don't know if I could go back and even watch that part of the movie. I think he was vague. That's my point. I don't think he specifically came out and like, you're Palpatine's granddaughter, right? I think he said the parents were hers, right? And I think it's a slight. I honestly think that it could be tweaked very easily, like redonkulously easily. Now, could Luke have been lying? It's possible. She identifies as a Skywalker. That's how I identify as a Skywalker. So just today, actually, my wife, who has a master's degree, and she's been kind of pushing me. She's like, you should get a master's degree because, you get paid more in education if you have a master's degree. For whatever reason, people are like, oh, you've taken more classes, therefore you're smarter. She's like, you should get a master's degree. And I said, look, if I get a master's degree, I'm going to buy legit Jedi robes and wear them to school every day. She's like, no, you're not. I'm like, do you question me? Do you question that I would do this? Because I would absolutely do this. And would I make my students call me master? Yeah, I would. Would that probably get me fired because it sounds weird? Probably. But would it be worth it? You're damn right it would. Right? Now, is all of that worth getting a master's degree? Probably. I mean, I'll probably do it. But you better believe that I'm going to be like, Master Daddies. I mean, my kids won't call me that, but anyways. But again, my point is I think Luke has some leeway room, right? So I don't know. And if he doesn't, maybe they can just go back and change it. And have that moment be like, oh, Mark Hamill, can you refilm this? I don't know. That would be weird, but I wouldn't put it past Disney. So that is what it is. All right, I don't think I'm going to get that 524, nor do I think I'm going to get the 526. Let's see. Finalizer? Who's a good finalizer counter? Looks like Kenobi is the best finalizer counter. Anyways, I'm like, to be completely honest though, I'm excited to see where this goes. I have thoroughly enjoyed this show so far. It's been a lot of fun. It had its moments for sure. I'm really excited to talk with Sephironis and Paul about it on Tuesday. It is going to be fun. Sorry, dad cough. Let's see here. Woo! Can't take that to the bank. Cash it. Yeah, and like here, that's the thing is, I've enjoyed the show. That's, to me, that's the most important thing. Like, I've really enjoyed it. Like, there hasn't been anything that's been so cringy that I'm like, oh, okay, all right, yeah, you know, nothing like that. With the noises and everything, like it's been an enjoyable show, and again, that is the most important thing. Because if it's bad writing and bad storytelling and I'm not enjoying it, like, I can deal with bad writing and bad storytelling. I love Bruce Campbell, right? Like, the writing isn't great. It's actually really good storytelling, usually with anything Bruce Campbell's in. Oh, so close. I'm 100 off. Meh, it is what it is. But like, I love bad stuff, right? It's fun. But like, now I haven't watched the new Stranger Things yet, and I am really excited to. In fact, I might go upstairs tonight right now and watch it with the missus. But before I do, let me show you where I am in my farm. Ladies and gentlemen, I am just two battles away, and they're the major battles from Ray. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whoops. 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, my sweet merciful crap. 6. I actually have 6 Zetas just waiting. It's kind of a hard thing. I've got Cartho Nasty. I've got Sabine Wren. I'm finishing Hunter, working on Mara Jade. Dash Render just stays up here, but really my two main right now are Mara Jade and Iden Versio. Just the other day, I got my first Relic 9, and it was Admiral Piet. Now, I've gotten a lot better with ships, right? You guys have seen it. You can attest to it. I'm still far away from being what people would call good. But the advice that I would give anybody is, when you're looking at, you know, whether or not you should relic Admiral Piet, go through and look at the rest of the ranks and see who else has Piet Relic 9. Because, like, here's the thing. I was staying probably in the top 20, top 30, and I would be able to climb to the top teens. But I don't have a capital ship that is, you know, I'm not there yet, right? Even, where am I right now? 30? Yeah, so I'm 2 away. I might be able to get a 6-star capital ship this go around, this July, this June, but I'm probably not going to get, unless I dominate in the next couple of GACs, I'm probably not going to get him to 7-star until August or even September, right? Which, as I think about it, could I have waited to relic Piet to September? Yeah, I probably could, and I probably could have reliced anybody else to either relic 9 or a higher relic, because all that stuff I put on Piet, I could have put on so many other people. So that's my only advice coming from my experience. But I feel pretty good about this. As I've said before, the armor, Sabine Wren, These two, I'm going to be getting at my Mandos pretty quickly, or next round after I finish. Like, I'll be starring. I'm trying to star Hunter. I'm trying to star Mara Jade and Iden Versio. But as far as gear goes, I'm going to be looking to put gear on the Armorer and Sabine Wren. Because of my Mandalorians. Now that I have Maul as Relic 5 or Relic 3, I feel like I should get more of my Mandos up. I feel like they need some more love. In fact, I'm very curious to see what it'll look like. But I might get Maul up just to put him in the sea pit and see how he does. That would also require me to get some of my other ones up. But right now I have Bo-Katan Kryze, who just kind of like doesn't have anything going for her in the sea pit. So I don't know. We'll see how that works out. But anyways, guys, that's where I'm at as far as my farm goes. Thank you guys for joining me this Sunday night. I hope you guys had a great Sunday, a great weekend. I hope the beginning of your week looks wonderful. This has been Thaddeus from Going Nerdy. Like, subscribe, share, and as always, my friends, smile and stay nerdy. And don't forget to catch us on Tuesday, 9 o'clock on this channel. And I do believe Paul will also be streaming in on the Escape Pod cast, where we will be kicking it with Kenobi, talking about episode 3 right before episode 4 comes out. But anyways, guys, have a great night, great rest of the week.